What's up, YouTube fam? I'm making this video. This isn't, first of all, no motivational. This isn't a motivational video. It's also not a feel bad for me video. But seeing from the title, I wish I would have never started day trading. I really mean it. This is a raw video. I really mean it. I have been going through this journey for so long. Just over 2 years after finding the strategy and going through the emotional journey, about 2 years, all in being introduced to the market and placing my first trade, 5 years, okay? But 2 years really like in the grid of it, okay? And I have found pockets of consistency, like 1 month, 2 months, 2.5 months. And then in one day, I blow all those profits and some. Okay, in one day, I blow all those profits that I've been working on for 2-3 months in one day. Okay, I feel like I'm past the point of no return. I feel like my psychology and my mind is so gone that it's the end for me. Like, I feel like once you get to a certain amount of failure after failure, waking up every day, dedicating the time to the charts, and you just fail year after year, month after month, like, there's only so much that your mind can take. Okay, I feel like I'm at that point. Okay, I've quit 100 times in the past, but I really am not feeling great because I feel like this is the last time. I really feel it. I basically just blew like 2.5 months of consistency and some in one day. And it's crazy how that happens. It takes you so long to build an account, to get profitable, to find consistency. And then how is it that in one day you get rid of that in one day? Like, why can't we make all that in one day? You know what I'm saying? It almost seems like the market's against you. And I'm past that point where I'm complaining, saying the market's against me. The market's gonna do what the market's supposed to do. Okay, it's tough to be hopeful and be positive and see the light at the end of the tunnel when all you do is just fail. And I try to remind myself, why did I get into trading? And that worked for a long time. I would remind myself, maybe I would take a break 2 weeks. Maybe I'd take a month break on the real bad events in my journey where I really blew a lot of money. And I would come back, I'd bounce back. And every time I learned something new. But this time, man, I don't know. I'm being very vulnerable here, man. It's just, I've gotten down to the root of it. I'm very, I compare myself to other traders. I know this is like a normal thing in the industry, but I'm aware of that, but I just haven't been able to get over that hump. And I trade, I operate from a place of fear, from a place of scarcity. And when you do that, when you operate and you trade from a place of fear and scarcity, it's just not going to work out for you. And I've gone through all the roller coasters, the FOMO, the over trading, the over leveraging, and I just feel like I've lost so much money that I just can't even like imagine ever making that money back. I'm so far in the hole. And I want something good to come out of this video. I want to, if you're a trader and you feel like you haven't lost a significant amount of money yet, you know, maybe you've lost a little bit, a few $100, maybe a couple $1,000, and it's something that, you know, you can put your head down, work and make that back. I encourage you to lock in, because you're still not deep in the hole like some other traders have been, like I am right now, where I feel like I'm at the point of no return. You know, I've lost all hope. I've lost all faith in this. And why did I get into this? Why? The same reason most people get into it, to open up our life from the rat race, you know, always having to work for someone and you know, let's be honest, do something that we don't like, we don't enjoy. And you know, taking a little bit of that red pill. And there's a quote that goes, how does it go? The quote along the lines of, everything that you get introduced to, oh, man, how does it go? Because it really makes sense to the situation. I can't remember right now, but maybe I'll remember in a second. This is a raw video. You know, I got into this to open up, you know, to have my life back. And I feel like I you know, it's hard to process the fact that I'm gonna have to maybe one day go back to a regular job. I'm driving Uber right now just to stay afloat, man, but the money's not good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just to stay afloat, and trading's just not providing for me long term. You know, I get in these pockets of like consistency for a month, 2 months, 3 months, like I said, and then I just blow it. You know, I have failed at so many other things. Like, I went to college, graduated, worked in that industry, you know, quit and failed at that. I've done other things and I've quit and failed at those things, and I'm just, my mind and my psychology is just so far gone, and I just don't even know what to do anymore. I'm just in the hole with trading, and even if something were to magically happen and I found consistency, again, it would just take so long to even break even. And you know, I'm in the hole because of my own fault, you know what I'm saying? I was super greedy, I was super just over my job, I was super over long hours of work where I had no other aspects of my life really like progressing, like relationships and social life, and I just wanted this trading thing to work so much that if I took a trade and lost, I would over leverage immediately, I would over trade immediately, and then I would lose thousands of dollars, and it really messed me up. You know, the good thing about trading is like it really taught me like trading, what it does is it releases your demons, and you're forced to look in the mirror. You're forced to acknowledge those demons and fight against them. So, you know, trading did that for me. I know all my flaws. I know them all. You know, most people, they'll go through life, they'll never accept their flaws, their demons. Trading did that for me, but I just can't see myself doing anything else. I don't know what else I want to do, you know. I know that if I go back to a regular job, I'm going to be miserable, you know. And let's be honest, what job is paying you like enough to like have an abundant lifestyle? Nothing. No job, you know. Especially, you know, being out of the workforce for so long like I have, like it's like, you know, oh, let me just hop right in and start making the same money that I was making. No, it doesn't work that way. When you take this entrepreneurship route, when you take this route, like you are really you're going against the masses. You're going against everything we've been taught. You're going against what everyone else is doing, and it's really hard, man. It's a mental game. And then imagine going against the masses and then failing after year after year, month after month. Like, you start to go a little crazy, you know. You start to go a little crazy, and I don't know, maybe I need to take a month break and get back on the charts. I don't know, you know. Maybe I'll feel better in a few weeks. But it's been tough lately because like I really feel like I've officially quit, and you know, I can't see myself doing anything else. You know, I'm asking all these questions. What's the point of life? What's the purpose of life? And to be honest, I just don't know. You know, I'm trying to you get down to the root of things. I'm trying to be more grateful for what I do have. I'm trying to operate from a place of serving others. But you know, and then you look outward. Then you look outward and you see other traders like real successful, and it's like, man, what? Why are they getting it and I'm not getting it? You know, like I have faced my demons, dude, and I like why do I keep blowing accounts, man? Why do I keep blowing like profits, like months of profit in one trade? What makes me do that? I think I quit a long time ago, man. I don't know. And it's so mental, like in that time span that you're like, you know, successful and consistent and profitable, dude, you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're like, man, I'm actually getting on the other end of this. I'm getting good at this. I'm getting good at trading. I'm profitable. I'm consistent. Like I can really do this for a long time. And then you're hopeful, and then you take that big loss and you lose everything all in one day. And dude, it's like, it's gut wrenching, dude. It's like all that hope just thrown out the window, and it's like you're back to square one. And it's like, dang, now what? You know, like what am I gonna do? I've tried a million things. I've tried other industries, and I wasn't happy. You know, I wasn't happy. Like I said, I Uber a lot now just to stay afloat. But this Ubering is rough, man. Like it's real slow right now. Like I'm filming this at the beginning of the year, right after the new year. It's real slow right now, and like we ain't even making enough to pay our bills, to be honest. I'm just keeping it real. We're not making enough to pay our bills right now. It'll pick up later, but man, like this is rough. Like driving a car 10, 12 hours a day, it's rough, dude. Like you can't do Uber and drive 4, 5, 6 hours. Like you're not gonna make any money. Unless like you have like no expenses and you live with your parents or something and you can keep your expenses low. But nah, I got rent, man. I got a car payment, gas, student debt, and it feels like I'm at the point of no return with trading. I want to hope I feel better in a couple weeks, and maybe I'll jump back in there. But I just haven't even seen one full year of success. It's hard to keep my hopes up, and it's hard to actually think that this is possible for the long ride. You know, for a long term time span. You know, for a long time, for a lifetime. It just doesn't feel real. I haven't seen enough proof in myself. You know what I'm saying? It's real difficult. And you know, I've sacrificed a lot of time with friends, a lot of time with family. Like this past Christmas, I didn't celebrate Christmas. I didn't see my family. New Year's, didn't celebrate New Year's. I was driving Uber. I had to. And it's hard, man. I didn't see my parents. I didn't see my sister. I didn't see my nephews. And I was by myself at the end of the year. I was completely alone. And you know, it sucks having to put those sacrifices in place, but then not getting anything positive out of it on the other end. So it just feels like completely time wasted. You know, time that I'll never get back. And you know, we'll see where things take me with this. Maybe I'll get back on the charts in a couple weeks, in a month, who knows. Like I know my strategy, and I know what I trade. I know the time of day that I trade and everything, but my emotions they get the best of me, and I just feel like I'm at the point of no return. I just feel like I'm just tired of not enjoying my life. 2 years of like real struggle, and 5 years in total of looking at these charts. It feels like a decade. I lost train of thought there, but that's what I was saying. I just want to enjoy my life. Like, I remember when I was younger, and like before I even met, that's why the video starts with I wish I never started trading. Like, I was a happy person before trading. Like, sure, I had less wisdom then than I do now, but I was happy. I was friendly. I was like, I hung out with my friends. I hung out with my family. I didn't miss Christmases and New Year's, and I hadn't gone through the entrepreneurship journey, this trading journey yet, and man, it's crazy to say, but if I could, knowing what I know now and having gone through what I've gone through on this journey, if I could go back in time and look at myself through a little hole, like just peep at like what I was going to be going through, I wouldn't even do it. I would just be an obedient worker, keep my job, deal with what you got to deal with at your job, and just have your steady paycheck, and be able to enjoy your weekends or your time off, whenever that is. Be able to hang out with friends and build relationships and have a social life. I would have never gone down this path, man. I lost myself down this path. I found myself, like I mentioned. I became very aware of all my flaws, and but I also lost myself. I lost myself. I lost all happiness. I've lost all purpose of life, and I wouldn't. You couldn't pay me millions of dollars. I would never go through this again. I would never go through this again. And every year you get older, man, it's like that does something to you psychologically. Like, every year that I get older, like, I just feel like it's just becoming a lot harder because it goes back to the comparison thing. You see people moving on with their lives, having kids, buying their first house, and you're like, you're not doing any of those things because trading just really takes over, and it's hard to this trading thing will separate you from society, and I didn't know that going into this. I didn't know that. But I don't want to make this video too long. Just raw, uncut, being vulnerable here. Maybe I'll look back at this one day and be like, wow, like, dude, look how you were feeling back then, like, and look at everything you've accomplished now. But it helps me to even make this video and like talk about this because it's therapeutic. It helps to talk about things. I'm not like at a therapy session, but posting it on YouTube, I know somebody might get some value out of this. So, point blank, if there's anything that you can take from this video, if you are on the trading journey, and you're slightly in profit overall, or you're at break even, or even if you're slightly in the negative, lock in. Do not FOMO trade. Do not over trade. Do not over leverage. Figure out your place in the market. Figure out who you are as a person. Figure out those demons. Pull them out. Figure it out. Are you greedy? Are you selfish? Are you insecure? Because whatever you are in real life, that is gonna show in the markets. And say, I'm making this video so that you can save yourself. Save yourself the headache that I have put myself through for years now, for a long time. I wish I would have seen a video like this 5 years ago. That's it. Don't take it with a grain of salt. Peace out. God bless.